Imagine a secret book hidden away for nearly 2,000 years containing a story about Adam, the first human, not as a sinner but as someone deceived by a false god. A book that tells of a lost war between light and darkness and a mysterious figure known as the Illuminator who tried to save us all. This isn't a fantasy novel, this is a real ancient text called The Apocalypse of Adam, one of the most mysterious and mind-blowing lost books of history. And today we're going to unravel its secrets. Welcome to Explorando Infinitum. If you love exploring the unknown, history, philosophy, and the paranormal, you're in the right place. Our story begins in December 1945 in Egypt, when a group of farmers stumbled upon something that would change history, a buried jar filled with ancient texts. This collection is now known as the Nag Hammadi Library, a set of books over 1,600 years old containing lost Christian and Gnostic teachings. But what exactly is Gnosticism? The term comes from the Greek word gnosis, meaning knowledge. Gnostics believed that salvation comes not through faith or obedience, but through secret knowledge about our true divine nature. They saw the material world as a prison controlled by a false god who keeps humanity in ignorance. Instead of worshipping this false god, they sought enlightenment, a way to awaken to the higher truth. One of these texts was The Apocalypse of Adam, a book that was banned by the early church and hidden away, maybe to protect its secrets or to keep it from being destroyed. The discovery of these texts was nothing short of revolutionary. Before this, scholars had only heard about Gnostic beliefs from their enemies, early church leaders who called them heretics. But now we had their actual writings. The Apocalypse of Adam was among the most shocking because it completely reversed what we thought we knew about Adam, Eve, and the so-called God who created them. To understand the impact of this discovery, scholars such as James M. Robinson, who compiled the Nag Hammadi Library, and Elaine Pagels, author of the Gnostic Gospels, have emphasized how these texts reveal a hidden side of early Christianity, one that was nearly erased from history. Unlike the story in the Bible's book of Genesis, where Adam and Eve sinned by eating the forbidden fruit, the Apocalypse of Adam tells a very different version of events. Adam explains that he and Eve were originally part of a divine realm, but were cast into a lower world by a powerful being who claimed to be God. But here's the twist: this being is not the true creator. Instead, Adam calls it a false god, a deceiver, or even the devil. Adam describes how, after being placed in this world, he and Eve lost their true knowledge. They were made forgetful, like prisoners in a dream, and instead of sinning, they were simply trapped, forced to worship the being who ruled over this world, unaware that they had once belonged to something much greater. This perspective aligns with other Gnostic texts, such as the Secret Book of John, which also describes the false god known as the Demiurge as an impostor who enslaves humanity rather than saves it. But here's where it gets even wilder. The book introduces a mysterious figure called the Illuminator, a powerful being from the realm of light who tries to wake humanity up to the truth. This being isn't clearly named. Some think he could be Jesus, others say Sophia, wisdom, or even a Lucifer-like figure before his fall. Whoever he is, he brings hidden knowledge, but the false god and his rulers try to erase his influence. Scholar Bart D. Ehrman, in his book Lost Scriptures, suggests that these Gnostic texts may have been written in response to the early church's efforts to centralize religious authority, erasing any alternative views of Christ, salvation, or the nature of God. Elaine Pagels further explains in the Gnostic Gospels that the early Christian movement was not as unified as we are often led to believe. Competing sects, including the Gnostics, had their own versions of Christ's teachings, versions that were later suppressed by the emerging Orthodox Church. These texts challenge the entire foundation of traditional Christianity. If Adam wasn't the sinner and the God of Genesis wasn't the true creator, then what does that mean for everything we thought we knew? So, what do you think? Is the apocalypse of Adam just another old book, or is it revealing something hidden in plain sight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started on our journey into the unknown. And as always, purge explorando infinitum, for in every question lies the spark of discovery.